Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome to CC Media, where it is all about Nintendo. And yesterday, we got a Nintendo Direct. I still can't believe it. Well, I should say you got a Nintendo Direct, because as far as I'm concerned, this just completely went over my head. I know, it's kind of weird, but honestly, yesterday is just one of those rare days where I just didn't really check my YouTube subscriptions. I know it sounds very strange, and believe me, it is, but I was just kind of, even though obviously I'm stuck at home like the rest of the world, I was just kind of doing schoolwork all day, and then I played some Animal Crossing during my breaks, and that was about it. So I woke up this morning, and I checked my YouTube, and once again, I guess I didn't scroll far enough in my subscriptions, and I still didn't realize that there was a Nintendo Direct yesterday, and so I took a bathroom break at about 1 p.m. today, just a couple hours ago now, and sure enough, I finally scrolled far enough in my subscriptions to see that a Nintendo Direct Mini came and went and just flew right over my head, and so here I am to talk about it finally. I will admit, I watched it already, mostly because for two reasons. One, I saw Xenoblade as one of the main kind of headlines, and that's not really a franchise that appeals to me much. It's just kind of the way I am, I guess. It's just a personal preference thing. And two, I saw that it was... What was that? And two, I saw that it was a Nintendo Direct Mini, and so I figured if Xenoblade is all the headlines, then there's probably not much else that's really there that I would be interested in. So I watched it, and I didn't film a reaction or anything, but there was some stuff actually that I was quite interested in. So here I am today, kind of putting the Direct back on my computer because I want to look through it in more detail and talk about the things that specifically stood out to me that I really liked. There's definitely a few announcements and updates that have me pretty excited. So without further ado, let's check out this Nintendo Direct Mini. Now I am going to jump around a little bit just because there was some stuff that didn't matter a whole lot to me personally, so I'm going to kind of jump to the parts that I want to talk about most. And I just realized that I'm on the September 4th Direct of 2019. I need to find the right one. It says right up front that the release dates and other information presented in the video is subject to change because of the coronavirus, and that probably explains the kind of simplistic nature of this Direct as a whole compared to others. You know, there's no person up there talking about the games, and it totally makes sense. I get it. I see people complaining about that, and it's really kind of frustrating and annoying that people are doing that. Just be glad we're getting anything at all, because people are staying home, and it's a pretty crazy time right now. So I'm just thankful that we've got a Direct to talk about. So I felt the need to say that. Here we go, Nintendo Direct Mini. What was the first thing again? Oh, right, it was Xenoblade. See, I'm sorry. It's so hard, but it's not me. One thing I will say about Xenoblade, about this remake, is it just looks really nice. Like, it doesn't look like they're taking, the game and just plopping it in with upscaled textures and resolutions. It looks really nice. So that's definitely something. If I liked this style of game, I would love Xenoblade, or Xenoblade Chronicles, whatever this is. Okay, so this is not NBA 2K. That is what I thought it was, and I've heard a lot of other people say that, but it's not NBA 2K. I don't know what it is, though, so I'm actually going to watch this because I'm not exactly sure. Is it like Borderlands, BioShock, something going on? Okay, there's no reason to react to stuff that I genuinely have no idea what it is, so I'm just going to stop. This looks really nice. Oh, it's Capcom. Okay, I was wondering if it's like an indie thing. Kind of gives me Endless Ocean vibes, but a little less like relaxed and calming. I guess there's really nothing about this that relates to Endless Ocean, just the fact that it takes place in an ocean, but still, it reminds me of Endless Ocean. Couldn't pronounce that title for the life of me. Here we go. Okay, so I know you can catch eggs, like you can fish eggs and stuff, but that's all I know about this, so I'm actually going to watch this from the top, because I didn't watch this all the way through myself, because I was waiting to watch this, because this is something that really does matter to me. Whew! Okay, here we go. By the way, I'm loving this game so far. It's such a fun game. So this is the update that I guess we already got. Why is she using a flimsy shovel? She looks like she's got enough experience on the island to not to afford the better shovel. Oh, I love it. So instead of how it was done before, you find eggs like during the season, during like April 1st to 12th, and then you use however many eggs you find to get the furniture specific to that holiday. I love it so much. Mwah. What? Yeah, so I mentioned a second ago, I love this game. I haven't talked about it at all, like publicly on CC Media or anything, because honestly, I feel like I'm still getting into it. I've been playing it for a week, and like I feel like there's so much I still like need to play in order to really build an impression about the game in my head. I feel like I say that about a lot of games, but it's true. Like, you don't want to rush your feelings about a game. You don't want to rush a review, especially. But just know I'm having a great time with it so far, and I hope you are too. This is another thing that I've seen people talking about this a lot. I can't quite tell what it is, though. It looks like, for some reason, it reminds me of Untitled Goose Game. I know that's such a random thing, but like the style reminds me of it. The kind of cel-shaded, like very solid colors, simplistic kind of designs. It also kind of reminds me of those mini games that released first with like the HTC Vive when that first came out, the headset. The VR headset, like it reminds me of the one where you shoot the guys with the bow and arrow. Like these characters look very similar. That's just random thing. I should be looking at the game itself. Oh, and great, the trailer just ended. So if it launched today, as in yesterday, I'll go see how much it costs because it looks like a lot of fun. Whatever this is, I don't know, and I'm gonna skip. A lover's worst nightmare haunts Nintendo Switch. If I watch this trailer, I reckon it's gonna haunt me too. Yes! Okay, oddly enough, this is the thing I'm most excited about out of the whole Direct. It is a rhythm mode for Ring Fit Adventure, and the thing that makes me most excited is that it has music from Odyssey and Breath of the Wild and Splatoon 2. That is just, it makes me so happy. Just to play that in like a rhythm game that's also sort of giving you exercise, that's part of something I bought and sort of regret, now makes me feel a little less regretful for buying Ring Fit Adventure. No, Ring Fit Adventure is great. It's just I haven't played it as much as I maybe wished I could have, and I'm sure that's probably what 99% of people who bought Ring Fit Adventure are saying. But this just adds to it, and I'm definitely actually gonna go back and keep playing it now because of this mode, because it just looks like so much fun. I don't know how many tracks it is. It might not be much. It might be like one track for each game, and that's fine. But it looks fun. I mean, I wonder if it'd be preferable to do this instead and get them instead of rotating it, because for some reason that just seems like a weird kind of muscle memory thing. I don't know. Rotating versus like spinning, or just like, I don't know. Oh, also there's this jogging mode, which also looks very cool. Mostly because for a similar reason, I'm not a Xenoblade guy. I'm just not an RPG guy in general. And so the slowness of kind of stopping the momentum and doing a turn-based combat fight, that's never really appealed to me, and so I like the idea of having just a mode in Ring Fit Adventure where you just jog and you don't have to your rhythm doesn't have to stop in order to enter some turn-based strategy fighting. Why can't I think of the word? Fight. There you go. Oh, okay. This is very, very strange. I'm glad an ARMS character is coming to Smash. This was a weird way to announce it. But in hindsight, I think this makes sense. Because I'm sure from Nintendo's perspective, I'm sure they were like, okay, we're probably not going to have a Direct until when our E3 Direct would have taken place, assuming they still have one during that kind of time of the year, which I'm assuming they will. And so they were probably like, but we don't want people to just have to wait to find out what the next Smash Fighter is until then, because that's such a long time. And so for that reason, I think it actually made sense for them to sort of half announce the character in this, to keep the energy alive a little bit versus just like making people keep waiting, because by this point, besides this, it is very likely that the next big round of Nintendo news is going to be during that E3 timeframe, even though E3 isn't actually happening. I'm losing my voice because I'm talking so much. Whoa! They're also updating ARMS, adding something to it. I don't exactly know what it is, so let's watch it and figure out that. It's just a free demo for the game, I think. Okay, this is another thing that makes me excited. It's not a huge thing. It's not crazy. We're just getting some like classic tabletop games for the Switch, but for some reason it actually has me pretty pumped. That's probably just because there's nothing else to really be excited about right now, but it's cool that we're getting all these games on the Switch. Am I going to buy it? Probably not. It's probably going to become one of those games that I say I'm going to purchase, like I'll probably get that, and then I never do. It looks like kind of a spiritual successor to like Wii Play or something. this Ninjala, is that what it's called? Seems like this was announced like way back. It's taken forever, but hopefully that means they're just making the game good, which makes me very happy. It looks like a Splatoon kind of thing, like very similar to Splatoon. Like wow, very similar. But it looks really fun. And I honestly, this might be a game that I actually pick up, despite most games I usually say I'll pick up but don't. This might be one that I actually do, because it looks like a lot of fun. I just wonder if it's ever going to come out. May 27th. Great. Is this like a sizzle reel? I forgot. Oh, right. So this Star Wars thing that they announced a little while ago, that's like a remake of a GameCube game or something that people seem hyped about that I don't really understand. I'm sure it's a nostalgia thing. I'm sure people who loved playing this game growing up or whatever are excited about this. It makes sense. Just seems very niche. I mean, Star Wars isn't niche. It's huge. But like this game specifically, I don't know. Looks like Guitar Hero. Looks like it's still got the same like awkward stiff animations that the Guitar Hero characters always had, but like upscaled to HD. Oh, they got Bad Guy by Billie Eilish. I'll be darned. Oh wow. Wow, that's a very modern day looking realistic game for the Switch that looks like it would be on other current gen consoles, but perhaps not the Switch, but is actually on the Switch, and is surprising because it looks so high tech. We're literally already like 4 games past it. Oh, it's not over yet? What else could there be? Look, you guys know how I feel about this. Pokemon is a great franchise. I just didn't grow up with it. I never played it, so that's the end of the conversation. So yeah, a pretty simple, chill direct. I mean, there's a lot of stuff here for you if you are an RPG fan. I feel like I say that about every single Nintendo Direct. I'm just not an RPG guy. I am not an RPG guy. I'm not a Pokemon guy. I'm not an RPG guy. I'm just not an RPG guy. I kind of like it. It's got some cute music. I like how the characters look. Oh, god dang it. I don't know. I guess that's most games nowadays, but regardless, it was a solid Nintendo Direct Mini, and you can't complain. I mean, with everything that's going on today, plus just the fact that this was a mini and not an actual Nintendo Direct, it was solid, got a lot of great information on stuff. The stuff I'm most excited about, the Ring Fit Adventure update. I don't know why, but I'm just super pumped about it. The Animal Crossing Bunny Day stuff, super cool. And I don't remember what else. I gotta look through this. The ARMS character for Smash is a great announcement. It was a strange way to announce it, but it makes sense in hindsight. It makes sense that they did it this way. That's pretty much it. This has just been me casually strolling through this Nintendo Direct Mini that I completely missed the day it came out. Hopefully I'll be able to get this video out tonight so that it'll only be a day after the Direct itself came out. It's so funny because if you don't react to these Directs like right away, it feels like the news has already passed. You know, like you gotta get your reactions out right away. But this is just a case where it just flew over my head, it just came and went, mostly because there wasn't a whole lot of big stuff announced here, so it makes sense. But hopefully we'll get a bigger Nintendo Direct like a normal one soon, but if not, it's cool. I'll keep playing Animal Crossing. It's fine. Nintendo, you take your time, stay safe, stay healthy, and go ahead and just keep working on those games that you're working on, making them great. And I will be here whenever you are ready to show more information about Breath of the Wild 2. So with that, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Stay tuned to CC Media for more Nintendo-related content just like this, and I will see you all in the next one.